Welcome back to another episode of Hobby Talk, where we are going to dive into this binder of baseball cards given to me by my father-in-law. What's up, guys? So last Christmas, my father-in-law walks in to our family Christmas and he has two awesome binders of sports cards from when he was younger. Naturally, memorabilia guy, I was amped. And so we sat down, we went through them together. It was so much fun. Obviously, you know, you're sitting there hoping, am I gonna get a Mickey Mantle or something crazy? Like, what do you have, Tom? Because he didn't even really remember what he had in here. But he knew the Mantles weren't here. He said, I lost the Mantles at some point. And so anyways, we opened these things up. It was so much fun. Naturally, I was super excited when I opened it and I saw the first page, 1956 Topps, which is like my favorite set of all time, and a vintage auto on the first page, which was awesome. Sports cards put into a binder, it's like their purest form. Like, there's no more nostalgic, fun way to go through cards, in my opinion. You know, obviously now everything's in a PSA slab. It's not as nostalgic as flipping through a binder of cards. Like, there's a few cards in here that you might want to get graded, but I have zero desire to because they're just awesome. So anyways, you know, cards have blown up in recent years, obviously, but are they as big as they were to kids in the 50s and 60s? I don't know. So I opened this binder and the first thing I saw was 56 Topps, my favorite set. The 56 Topps set it's got the portrait with the action shot in the background of the player, which for some reason I always remember. Hank Aaron's, which I don't have in here, his is Willie Mays sliding in the background and there's just no number on it. So kind of funny, but the first thing I saw on this page, guys, top left page, a signed Ernie Banks 56 Topps. So cool. And it went right to, for me, my mind went right to, I wonder what the story is. It always does. I wonder what the provenance is. I wonder what the story is. And Tom actually remembers getting this card signed at a golf tournament. So to know where it came from and everything is just really cool. There's a couple Ernie Banks signed cards in here. So Ernie Banks, flipping through, after the 56, you have the, in this binder, you have 57 and then 58 Topps. A beautiful Ted Williams, 57 Topps Ted Williams. A lot of autographed cards. There's another Ernie Banks in 57. 57 Topps Ernie Banks signed. So kind of cool, both years consecutively. There's cards like this Wally Moon that are signed. I have no idea who Wally Moon even is, but he must have been at that golf tournament. Here you have the Ernie Banks team card. So literally all the Ernie Banks stuff signed by Mr. Cub, which, I mean, maybe the greatest Cubs player ever, probably. Hall of Famer, two-time MVP, 500 home run club. I mean, Ernie Banks is the shit. So, Ted Williams, another 59 Topps, or 58 Topps Ted Williams. This was cool, getting into 58 Topps. Hank Bauer, and there's like, you know, binders, you have the stuffed in multiple cards into sleeves. I actually have in here, there's 3 signed Hank Bauers. Not even real familiar with who he is, but 3 signed 58 Topps Hank Bauers. Kind of funny. I was pumped when I came across the Roger Maris. The Roger Maris rookie drafted by the Cleveland Indians. That was pretty cool because if you saw the other episode, I love the home run races. I love the year 1961 in baseball. I think it was incredible. So Roger Maris rookie, that was pretty awesome. Flipped over, came across a Harvey Haddix, which when he played for the Redlegs, but you know, Harvey Haddix he threw May 26, 1959, he threw a near perfect game. 12 innings, pretty insane moment in baseball. And then also came across a Bob Clemente, which Roberto Clemente obviously, but in 59, and I think a couple other years also, Topps called him Bob Clemente, and a lot of people say they were trying to Americanize him to, obviously all of the segregation and the racial shit of the era. They were trying to Americanize him and make him more collectible to people, but you know, Roberto Clemente ended up becoming insanely collectible. So, anyways, flipped through the 59 tops and then got to the very end here and came across the World Series batting foes card of Mickey Mantle and Hank Aaron together. That card, you know, obviously in a high grade, it goes for a ton of money, but it's not a high grade, but still super cool. There were so many awesome cards in this binder. I mean, even coming across, there was Stan Musial, there was Eddie Matthews, who's the first cover of Sports Illustrated. I mean, 500 Home Run Club member. Like I said, just in its purest form to be able to flip through cards and enjoy them like this. And then at the very end, there is a Mickey Mantle like program. And it says, so it has printed on here, to all my friends at the HH Charity Golf Club or whatever, Golf Classic, and that's printed on. But then he signed Tom, best wishes, Mickey Mantle, to my father-in-law. And I'll put it on here. Look at the signature. It is unlike any Mickey Mantle signature I've ever seen. And I have no doubt that it's authentic. Like, Tom didn't fake a signature, but you know, he did probably run up to him at this golf classic. Like, you know, Mickey was a big drinker. Like, was he hammered? Like, what the hell is the signature? So that was kind of funny. And then on the last page here, it said, to Junior, best wishes to another stud like me, and was a mascot signature. So, needless to say, this was super fun to go through, to see the random autographed cards, Bob Speak and Wally Moon, and that one where I have 3 of them, like, and Hank Bauer. I mean, you know, we didn't strike gold, but man, it was so much fun. Tom, if you do watch this, thank you. Seriously, this was awesome. And if these videos make you want them back to enjoy more, let me know. The second binder, you know, not a lot to show you in the second binder, really. It was interesting because it had many more sets in it. So in the second binder, there was Topps 1959, 1964, 1978, 1975, 79, 80, all out of order like that. 1980 TCMA pre-war set, the exciting ones. So then we got to football, and there was 56, 55, and 60 football. The exciting ones where it was like, I came across the set and I was like, oh man, there's some chase cards here. The 87 would have been cool if there was a Bonds. There was no Bonds. And then the 1955 football set, when I flipped to that, I couldn't figure out how old it was, but I was like, God, that looks familiar. And after a little research, Jim Thorpe, rookie, would have been in the 1955 Topps football set. So those weren't there, but anyways, this was awesome. I know I kind of got carried away with the history at the beginning on broadcasting. I just went down that rabbit hole, and I was fascinated by it. And I'm fascinated by, I think a lot of people overlook the fact that cards were the only way for a fan to connect to a player, and to think about how different times were and how much life has changed. And sure, the last 100 years, obviously, but how about the last 20? How about the last 30? Like, big screen TVs and NFL Sunday Ticket and high definition broadcasts in the 90s, and then the pitch tracking not until 01. I mean, the first down line.
For those of you who are wondering what the gold-colored line on your screen is, it is our latest technical innovation called ESPN's First and 10. While the line looked like it's actually painted on the field, it's being electronically generated by us. It is a visual reference for you to always know the yard line an offense has to reach for a first down. First and 10, exclusively on ESPN.
So, anyways, broadcasting, baseball cards in a binder. It's as good as it gets, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. So share it. I hope you're loving Hobby Talk. I'm enjoying doing it. I'm gonna have some guests on in the future, and I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. Thanks, guys.